Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another hot one out here in the Pacific Northwest. This heat wave is just non-stop. Today, we're going to be talking about my in-game account. We're going to be talking about kind of what I'm looking at my familiar arenas, looking at my familiars, and just talk about where my account is in general. We're also going to talk towards the end a little bit about the channel, where the channel's heading. We're going to talk about Tower of Fantasy a bit. So if you haven't been to a morning sip before, this is a pretty laid back coffee drinking segment to my channel, so let's go ahead and dig in. All right, so let's take a look at my account here. So for those who have been following me for a while, a lot of times I get asked to show what my equipment is. So we're going to go ahead and start by showcasing my equipment. We're going to talk about some of the choices here. You'll notice pretty much all of my decks are the same, except for the difference in elemental weapons here. I do run Cursed Tyrant Scale. It's only Awakening 1. I do find it's really powerful in PvP, so I do want to keep using that. You'll also notice I am using Natrum Earrings, and I am also using Cursed Volcanord Ring. Now, the reason for this is I do like the fire attack damage up on the Volcanord Ring, and Natrum Earrings are just easily accessible for me, and they're a piece of gear I'm going to max out eventually, so I have been working on them. Now, I think universally the Cursed Saintly Circuit is best in slot, so I do have that on my head. I also run the Berserker Gloves. Now, this is going to be my last piece of gear to curse, so it's going to have basic skill cooldown up, which is great. And then I do run the Palladium armor. Again, not really any good choices for armor, I feel like. Palladium is just what I happen to have and what I happen to have maxed out. And then I do run the Cursed Dragon Slayer boots just because I like the skill evasion rate up. Now, in terms of passives, I'm almost universally running Barrier Hunter here, so damage to shielded enemies up 28%, damage to slowed enemies up 9.4%. I am running Risk and Return. This is level 2 now. And then I am running Swift Movement because I was able to upgrade this. It's level 7 right now because I've been doing a lot of farming in the outer world. And I have been able to get it up pretty high. And having that attack speed and movement speed is just pretty great. So where am I going from here with my account? What am I looking at? What am I focusing on? Well, I'm probably going to max out Barrier Hunter next week. I'm still continuing to work on Swift Movement. Risk and Return, I will, of course, level up slowly over time. It is a little bit RNG based on that one, but I'm not really looking at any other passives right now. I would like Deadly Tempo, just for when I am either like killing monsters quickly, so on and so forth. My skills right now, I do want to get more of my skills leveled up. They're pretty much all around level 6, level 7, at least the ones that I do use. That's something that I'm working on. It's not something that I'm actively chasing down, because I do find that I'm enjoying farming the passives in the outer world, and it does seem like a better investment of green potions right now for me because I do get Swift Solution certificates. I also get a large amount of armor and recipe, armor and weapon recipes. So it seems like farming in the outer world does have some pretty good benefits. So in terms of farming, I think a lot of people want to know, because my leveling update video, now that I'm level 91, I haven't really talked about where I'm leveling very much. I basically entirely skipped Witch's Woods. I found that Witch's Woods just wasn't that great of an EXP location. I have 2 primary locations right now. I basically went from the Burning Desert, where I was killing Wyvern Warlocks and Wyvern Warriors. And then I went to Woebegone Wilds, and there's a really good camp. There's a couple really good camps in Woebegone Wilds. But I went right here to this pack of wyverns, and they seem to drop recipes at a higher rate, and they die really quickly. So this has been a really good camp for me. This is level 92. You can go here, depending on what your CP is, at level 85. I know a lot of people fire is their main element, so they will be able to go here earlier. And then I have haven't experimented with killing any of these other packs of monsters, because what I found is I did find that the level 96 pack of enemies here, or the level 97, the Wyvern Warrior, Wyvern Warlock, and is that the one? It's one of these ones. I think it's this pack right here. I think it's the level 98. Either way, it's one of the packs that are right in the beginning of Rainbow Valley and their dark element. You do have to have really high defense in order to survive there, but they do give really good EXP as well. Other things I'm looking at in my account right now, if we are looking at familiars, I am trying to get another familiar team going that I can use in familiar adventures right now. So I do have my Might Awakened 6 at plus 300, my Hippocampus at plus 300, my Stagthorn at Awakened 1 at plus 259. What I did in Toko Awakened 10 and Suryu Awakened 7. What I'm finding though is, especially in my familiar arena composition, now that I'm moving up into higher ranks, I'm finding that the most losses that I'm taking right now is actually against Tokos. So I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate more fire elements onto my team, because what's happening is Toko can easily counter Suryu and Hippocampus. So if I have both of those live, and like Stagthorn, for example, Toko can actually, if it's a really strong Toko, out-heal the damage that the water familiars can do to Toko, and then I just lose by default because I can't do enough damage to kill their Toko in time. And I think that's been the majority of my losses. And so trying to figure out a formation with my limited team right now, I don't think I'll be able to break into plus 30. I've been hovering somewhere around like, I'm 62 now, but I was 38 this morning. I was experimenting with different builds, so I lost a lot. But I'm usually between 32 and 38 right now. But I really feel like I need another fire familiar. I feel like if I had Kona, if I had awakened my Kona further, or if I had replaced Suryu, for example, with Kona, I would probably be standing a better chance right now. But as it stands, my Hippo and my Stagthorn just can't kill Tokos in time, and it's definitely holding my party back right now. So that's the biggest problem that I am encountering there. I have been working on my puzzles a lot, which I think a lot of people kind of underestimate. I did get the face puzzle, so I successfully pulled this off recently. So it gives crit resist, HP, gives a little bit of accuracy and evasion. I will upgrade this just because it gives accuracy and evasion pretty well. But I finished all of these puzzles, all of the dimensional borders. Grab the face, which if you don't know, the face is from Grotto. So the Grotto puzzle was definitely a little bit difficult. What I've been working on, though, is I've been working on Desert. So if you don't know, for the Desert, you do need to have specialties maxed out. And I have 3 of the specialty categories maxed out, and then I'm working on the final one whenever I get aromas. The biggest thing that I want here is, of course, the cross page for the puzzles. But again, getting these cheese rock shards is so difficult. You basically have to max out the specialties and then move on, which is pretty much my plan, and then trade for them whenever they pop up. But it genuinely feels like the trader does not show up more than once per day in the desert, and so you're at a minimum getting 30 to 60, assuming you're online when the trader actually goes to the desert. So I am a little bit, you know, like right now with this. I do know it shows up in the genie pot as well, but the reality is you're gonna need like over 1,000 of these suckers. If you're only getting them at 30 at a time, like this could take a year to complete. So definitely a little bit frustrating on that part. I am looking forward to, I believe it is in the Witch's Grotto. I believe it's Soulstones. Yeah, it is Soulstones. So this should go at least a little bit quicker and a little bit easier in order to get the puzzle book. And I'll probably get this one first before I actually get the exchange one up above. Gosh, in terms of account, man, this is the first time I've ever done an account review video, so you guys are gonna have to tell me what you guys are thinking. I finished my farm. My familiar adventure. We are at level 12 and we're pushing into level 13. Familiar adventure has been getting pretty boring. I feel like I kind of want something to spice this up. But it's felt like it's been a little bit lackluster recently. Dual yards, nothing too special. Lava Valley, hopefully I'll be able to place in top 1% tomorrow or top 100 tomorrow, so that I can get some medals for cursing. And in terms of our guild, we are at 19 out of 35. So if you guys don't know, we did pick a fight with the top guild, and a lot of people that didn't like PvP did leave our guild. So we're basically just a guild that is focused on killing right now and being killed. But we're still doing things. We're still bidding on relics, and I think it's actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. We are actually still actively bidding on relics with 19 members. We are actively getting enough gold to actually do familiar dungeon or dungeon and all of that. We're getting enough obsidian too in order to do the defenses, which we already had unlocked to the max level. So even though you only have 19 people, I just think this is a good lesson that you can still actively do things, and you can still actually increase your odds of doing things. So if you think about being able to participate in Relic War, we participated in Relic War for 8,000 prisms this week. So that's basically, while we're going to lose, that's 8,000 prisms for a dingo, which now is shared between, we have 19 people. We probably have 10 strong active members in terms of like whale status. That's 10 people that we share the dingo between. So in actuality, we're probably going to get the dingoes faster. And I wonder if in the long run, this may be better for the kingdom. In the long run. So we are definitely still around, definitely still doing things, definitely encourage you to pick fights with the top guild. Of course, a lot of people don't like to PK and kind of participate in war-based content, but we're doing it and we're still having fun. So we're still around, still doing stuff. And I think that's pretty much everything right now. In terms of the channel, just to transition away from Kuni and to talk about my YouTube channel right now, we did hit 22k subscribers the other day, which is really great. For those of you that remember, when I first started covering Kuni, we had a 15k celebration stream, and we hit 20k after that. And now we're hitting 22k, so that's a really big deal, and I'm really happy about it. Lots of people have been watching my content from other videos, so they've been watching my Noah's Heart review video, which was really surprising to me that people watched that. They've been watching my Tower of Fantasy content, which is really great. I am in the Ada Pioneers program right now, which kind of gets me early access. Well, they don't want you to say early access, so they want you to say it's like a content creator server, essentially. It's just really good. It's all around okay. It's a good game, and I think Tower of Fantasy will be a really good game to play alongside of Kuni, and so I am pretty excited about that, and I can't wait to continue to make content on it, because it's clear a lot of my viewers are super excited for it. I have been dabbling in War of the Visions a little bit more lately, but honestly, War of the Visions has just been a struggle for me to fully embrace and fully get back into, just because I'm so busy. We have so much going on right now with my mom visiting, with Giant's dad passing, so he's been busy over there and I've been busy supporting him, that I just haven't had time to take extra things onto my plate. So I will probably be doing my War of the Visions podcast here this month for sure. And we may try and do 2, I think. So I think we want to cover everything that's happened in JP, everything that's happened in Global. And then, of course, Tower of Fantasy, I think, launches on August 11th. So it's just going to be a busy couple of weeks here. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video. If you guys like more videos like this, let me know. Usually my morning sit videos are the videos that do the worst and that nobody watches. But I figured this would be nice for a Saturday lazy afternoon, and I will catch you guys next time.